Hi everyone. Let's cover our assignment for this week as well as opportunities to go deeper for folks who are really nerding out on the science of measurement. All right, let's talk about our briefs for this week. So here's the situation. You've got a retail company. This is within the health and wellness vertical, and they're trying to increase market share within families. They traditionally appeal to high performance athletes. They have physical locations and a small but rapidly growing e-commerce presence. They launched a new marketing campaign that repositions their retail locations as the family's neighborhood wellness center. Let's design an experiment to help them understand the impact of this campaign. So here are the questions I'd like you to answer in your briefs this week. First off, this is probably the most important, is what do you want to test? They have retail locations, they have e-commerce, they have a desire to change the messaging within the market, appeal to a new demographic. There's lots of ways to be able to take this. So summarize your test and explain how it applies to their objectives. Then you're going to establish your null hypothesis. So what is true today? Then you want to establish your alternative hypothesis. So what do we expect to be true after the ads are received? Then what are you going to measure this with? What sort of solution are you going to bring to bear? Is this going to be surveys? Is this going to be online conversion lift? Is this going to be footfall within the store? Take it any direction you like. And then similar to this is what KPIs will you be measuring within your experiment? You don't have to choose just one. But please detail what key performance indicators you will be looking at as the effect you are looking to measure in this experiment. So talk about your significance level. This can be 80, 90, 99, 99.99, but please justify your answer and detail what this will do to your experiment. And then how do you check for control contamination? And then how will you check for bias? Don't overthink these last two. Keep it simple and keep it reasonable. All right, so let's wrap up with some final thoughts for the week. Of course, for this week, the demonstration will be the brief that we just covered. So what you've learned from the lecture, please use this to design the experiment for our National Wellness brand. For this week's leaders, of course, please put your notes in the blog on the reading with key learnings. For everyone else, please engage in the discussion. For further exploration, if you're curious to go a little bit deeper, there's a decent amount more actually within the reading this week that we simply didn't cover. It's a really deep topic. So you can discuss 1- and 2-tailed tests, how to increase power, and what happens when you start tinkering with beta. If these are exciting things, please go deeper into the reading. There's a lot there to cover. But the reflections over this week, this will help you actually prepare for next week as well. Think a moment about common measurement solutions that use causal inference. We referenced a lot of these back in our first session. Is causal always the better solution? Does it correlation doesn't equal causation, but does that mean that correlation is worthless? We'll talk a lot more about these next week as we go into model optimizations. So spend a moment and please think through these. I think it will help you prepare as we go into this next session next week on model optimization. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week, and please let me know if you have any questions.